I'm Andy with Competitive Cyclist, and this is the Bianchi Infinito CV Disc bike. There are few names in the bike industry that stir up my passion like Bianchi. When I was new to cycling, some of the first high-end road bikes I lusted after were the lugged steel Celeste-green beauties ridden by my buddies. I've never owned one. They've always been slightly out of reach for one reason or another, and that elusiveness has definitely made my heart grow fonder. A few years ago, I got to spend some time on the first generation Infinito. That was before all road or gravel bikes were a thing. Since then, the landscape and the way we ride across it has changed dramatically, turning the quest for a bike that's a quiver killer into an obsession. And after a few months, I realized the Infinito is about as close as I'll ever get to the one bike garage. Bianchi imbued this frame with an interesting mix of carbon technology. The entire frame is constructed of the same carbon used in their Ultra and Specialissima, but it was the first in the line to mold a layer of their patented countervail material in between the high mod carbon layers. Countervail is a viscoelastic material, so it's almost like having an elastomer from a suspension fork in between the two rigid layers of carbon. The result's uncanny. The Infinito is as smooth, quiet, and comfortable as any Gran Fondo bike, but when you're ready to rip some legs off, it responds like a thoroughbred race bike. I mean it. When it was time to attack or close a gap, I never thought, man, this thing is sluggish. I actually never thought anything at all. I just put my foot on the gas and the bike responded perfectly. And when the pavement got nasty or ended altogether, the Infinito took on a different persona. It's almost like I flipped off the race bike switch and pushed the gravel bike button. Granted, you can only fit 28s, so there are options for fatter tires out there, but on most of the Firos I ride, which are part of the infamous Belgian waffle ride, I never found myself wanting anything different. The Infinito was sure-footed and stable, and it didn't beat me to death when the road got really choppy. The Infinito CV Disc is the first road disc bike I've ridden, so I took multiple trips to one of the twistiest roads in SoCal, Palomar Mountain's South Grade Road. It's a half-hour drive from my front door, and it has the same elevation gain as Alpe d'Huez, with more switchbacks. And the pavement's pretty sketchy in parts, so it was a perfect test bed. I climbed and descended Palomar 4 times over the course of a few months, and on the last ride, because I'd learned the road, I really pushed it, going faster, braking later, and intentionally riding over the rough stuff. The Infinito didn't miss a step, and I'd say once you get used to the slightly slower steering, its handling and performance are strikingly close to the $5,000 Uber frames I've owned. And man, it's just comfortable. I wanted to keep riding all day every time I clipped in. I don't know how they did it, but Bianchi really pulled a rabbit out of the hat with the Infinito. If you're a hardcore roadie that likes to hit the occasional long stretch of fire road, look no further. If you have questions about the Bianchi Infinito CV Disc, please give us a call or send an email to sales@competitivecyclist.com.